A brother's revenge and batten down the hatches. Hurricane Teresa has arrived. Let's dish.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, welcome everyone to Dishin Days, AfterBuzz TV's weekly recap of NBC's Emmy award-winning soap opera Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tami Goveia, and today I have two fabulous gentlemen joining me.
Who?
We'll start. Left.
Hello, everybody. Michael Mattis. You know.
And yay, Tony's
Tony's
back.
Okay, it's so weird because I'm like, what do I do in this seat? Hi everybody, I'm Tony Moore.
Yay! Everyone, make sure and please follow us on all the social media platforms, on Twitter @_Dishin Days, Instagram and Facebook @Dishin Days. The @ is implied. Also,
But you said it.
Wait,
what?
But you said
_
at,
Dishin
but the
Days.
at is implied.
so when
Hold, please.
that's hard. So with Twitter,
With Twitter,
it's at. Right.
Right.
But we always
Insta
say _Dishin Days. The at is implied.
Right. Did you get that?
Ah!
So Instagram, or Insta, as the kids say, Insta and Facebook,
Dishin
Days. The @
No.
is implied.
No, there's no at in Instagram and Facebook.
There isn't?
No.
I'm figuring it out. I'm new to all this stuff. Okay.
It's a running inside joke with us that.
Oh my living word.
Tammy will
Guess
one day
what?
get the username.
We
Shenanigans.
also have other soap block content shows to follow, because if you love GH, we got the GH Report. If you love Young and the Restless, we got the Restless Wrap Up.
The at is implied.
Shut up. All right.
I'm scared over here.
You're scared.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
Before we start,
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, comments, sips of tea?
Well, as I was saying before, I think my favorite moment of the week was Teresa's note to Chloe when she left. It was so
Can
like.
I repeat what I thought it said?
Because
Well, yeah,
it was very much what I
there was
thought.
what the note actually
Oh, no,
said,
wait,
and then what the actual undertone of the note was.
Well, no, we'll save it. That's a good
We'll
idea.
save it.
We'll save
Oh,
it.
we're saving it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I missed that.
That was a good
Okay.
note. That was a good note.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I thought it was a good week. I'm very intrigued by the Teresa storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Abigail, Gabby, and Dr. Laura are all
That's kind of
kind
winding down.
Winding
Yeah.
down. It's like, oh, this is another
Now this is
one
winding
to
up,
kind
yeah.
of
Yeah.
pick up with.
They won't leave it, boring for long. You know what I
No.
mean?
I
Like
totally
when one
get
story,
that.
when one of the big storylines starts, fading out, they'll bring another one in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's exactly what I thought. I thought, new chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
Abigail, Stefan, Chad, new chapter. Kate, new chapter.
New chapter. This
Yeah.
was like a
Teresa,
new chapter for
new
everybody.
chapter. So it's
Leo,
exciting.
new chapter. Sunny,
Leo.
new chapter.
Page turner.
Yeah.
Page
Yeah.
turner.
Oh, before we start audition, I want to remind fans that right after the show at 5 p.m. we have an interview with
Yes.
Victoria Conifel, who plays Sierra Brady. She's going to be live in our studio right
So
here.
excited. So
Yeah.
on that note, let's go continue to be live and start
Dishin Days.
Do I get to do
Yes,
this?
you do.
I don't think I've ever done it.
What?
Nope.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Good for you.
I forget
You
all
should
the...
add that to your resume, because
I
that's a
should.
skill.
It is definitely a skill.
That is a skill.
I always forget all the signatures we have on
There
here.
are a
all the
lot.
people that
It's
we
almost
got
full.
we got Jen Lily,
Jen
here.
Lily
And we got
Paige
Kate
Searcy.
Mancy.
We have Marcy Miller, Larisse
That's
Sorrell,
Marcy, yeah.
Kate Mancy, Mark Hapka,
Billy
Teo.
Flynn.
Rob
Teo's
Wilson, Teo, Martha Madison,
It's exciting.
Lamone.
History.
Slots, yeah.
Just
yeah.
like
There'll be a
Days.
quiz later,
We got tradition.
so please write this
Right.
down.
Right.
Just
Okay.
kidding.
Why don't we start with Kate? Because actually, I was surprised.
I know, like
That
why,
she's
like
taking
honey,
over.
like I said last week, I said I'd be surprised if Kate, went against Victor because she knows the outcome of that, and there she goes, she's doing it. So I'm like, Kate, come on. But I guess I get her. I understand why, because she feels like with what happened with Stefan, and he fired her, so she feels like she needs some way to keep traction, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep power, and I guess that's her way of doing it. But
Well, Kate's a businesswoman, so
Yeah.
you know she wants to stay in that type of business. And if Stefan is going to be how he's acting now, and is going to kick her out and throw her out and take her out of Demerit Enterprises, well, if this plan was already in motion, why not continue it?
I guess,
Absolutely.
and part of me doesn't understand why Kate and Chad aren't, and maybe I missed something. Kate and Chad aren't like fighting for it,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I think because it's all new. It all just started. Like Stefan is like being like, get out, get out, get
Everyone's
out.
in a tailspin, and they're
Yeah.
all going in different directions.
Mhm.
And
Well,
now
Chad
they
quit.
need
Like, he
to-
didn't even wait. He quit.
Yeah.
He quit and left.
There was a whole thing about that.
Yeah, and I'm like, why aren't you fighting? I know, like, Stefan was granted immunity, blah blah blah, like legally immunity, but they can go to the Demira board and be like, this dude did all this, kick him out.
Well, I do love the conversation that Kate had with Leo, and she said, I will give it to Vivian. She had a good idea,
Yeah,
and I'm going to take it over.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to
All
take
right,
it
Kate,
over.
we'll see how that works
We'll
out.
see.
I hope she still has that self-tailored waitress uniform that she had from way back
That's
in the day.
terrible.
Oh, that's from way
'Cause-
back in the day.
That was
Yeah.
terrible.
But what's terrible is this whole like staging of things that are happening with Leo and Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Sunny.
It escalated very quickly.
Well, not only that, but it was like, did you not see the blinking red light in the plane?
that was so obvious. I thought the same
Yeah.
thing.
I was
and he was
like-
even facing it.
Right, and I thought to myself, now listen, I'm no green thumb. However, I know there should not be a blinking red light in that. And then and then the whole thing with like the text messages and
And
So
how did he get it? How did he get?
stole
He must have stolen
Sonny's
the phone before.
and then
Yeah.
he started sending himself text messages.
But how
from
did he
Sonny's
change
phone.
the date though? Like did you guys realize that?
He changed
like,
the date?
Yeah, like
Oh,
every
no,
every
because-
text that went through that he sent to Sunny had a different date and time on
Oh no, I
Can
didn't
you do
notice
that?
it. Mm-hmm.
I don't think so because it's done by the
Maybe it's a
This is Salem, so
Salem
whatever.
provider phone.
But
Right.
in reality,
No,
it
you
would
can't
be
do that.
the carrier, Sprint, Verizon, whatever. They're the ones that attach the time and the date to.
He
it.
must have downloaded some app that we didn't know
So
about.
he must have hacked the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the fact, it was just all of a sudden he was like, wow, he's got that. Oh, he's doing this. Okay.
And is it me? It wasn't even this week, but it's been in the past. Every time there's a scene with Sunny and Leo, they don't have normal space.
No, they're very
between
close.
the
They're
two
very
of them.
intimate. They're in their
You know,
each other's
do you remember
intimate
that
space.
Seinfeld episode where
Yes,
that-
the close talker.
it would drive me
And I think-
insane.
Never watched
It's
Seinfeld.
I've noticed it too because I'm starting I get the okay, they're gonna start doing it any minute.
I don't know
But
if that's in the
I
script
think it's
or if that's
it must be intentional. If it's happening I feel like if it's happening on a regular basis, it's either something that the actors themselves decided to do.
because they have the chemistry.
and
They
just
don't need
kept
to be
it.
all up and they don't need to be doing
Right.
that because they already have the chemistry.
Well, maybe
You
it's
can
part of
always feel it.
it's part of the creating the sexual tension.
But then, okay, now this poses the question. I know that Leo is like doing this whole plan or whatever. So does he not have feelings for Sunny, like at all? And
I
he's
think
just
he-
playing through it.
Does, but the money aspect is
That was my question.
yeah.
Like, why did he capitulate to Kate? Why didn't he
Why
just
did
say,
he
you
do
know
what?
what?
that was a
I'm
big
done.
word.
Thank you.
Why
did
did
you
why
say?
did he
I've been practicing all week for that.
Why did he
Cave in.
why did he go along? Why didn't he just
At
quit?
this point, I
Yeah.
think he does have feelings for Sunny. So when Kate said, "Well, we're going to continue with this," why didn't he just say, "I'm done"?
Maybe
It's
he
not
was
worth
afraid
it.
that Kate would, and I don't think Kate ever threatened this, but maybe he was afraid he would go to Kate. Kate would go to Sunny and be like, "This dude's playing you," and that
But
his feelings for Sunny, I don't know. I feel like he's conflicted, but that the greed
You think it's the
took
money
over.
then?
Yeah, my opinion.
I don't know.
You're just not feeling
I
strong
mean,
enough.
I don't know. I was happy to see the little community of gay men build in Salem.
Yeah, Man Bun's back.
Hot bartender.
Aw.
Man Bun.
What's his character's name?
I don't
They
know.
said it.
Man Bun. That's his,
No, they said
in my
they
notes.
said
I
his
just
name,
said call him
forget.
Man Bun.
I thought he
I know
was
he has a
when he
name,
came
but-
on screen.
Is it Corey?
Now, do we think that Man Bun was in on the whole thing, or it just happened because?
I had that same thought.
No.
Yeah, because he recommended the app to Sunny
Sunny.
at the same time. Like the timing of it was just very was it very coincidental, or was he like hired by Vivian to get him on that app.
Because this
you
go
know?
around, he was really pushing Sunny. Like,
Right.
you really
Like,
need to give
yeah,
Leo
like,
another
give in.
chance.
Yeah, so I'm
and
starting
all
to
that.
think maybe he, man bun.
Or does Marnie just really like him and keep bringing him back as man
I
bun
don't,
bartender?
I don't like
know.
man bun bartender. I like hot bartender.
Okay.
From the Julie's place, Doug's place.
No, I'm just saying that's.
He doesn't like the name.
Oh, you like the
That's his-
name?
He
Oh,
doesn't
my
like
bad.
man bun.
I don't like man buns
Well-
either, but that's why I'm calling him that.
I think his nickname should be hot bartender.
Okay,
We
we'll,
can all
we'll
have our
call him
nicknames
hot
for him.
bartender.
You know, I'll put it on our Instagram
HB.
on Dishin Days. What should we call the bartender at
and do
the
a
Brady Pub?
do a fan vote
Man
type of
bun
thing.
bartender or hot bartender?
love
No,
that.
just man bun, not man bun bartender. He can be
Oh,
called
just man
hot
bun or hot
bartender or
bartender.
man bun.
Got it. Okay, I think
Okay.
I will.
We'll do that. We'll throw it out to the
I will.
fans,
I will put that
and they will
on.
determine it.
I will put that on our Instagram right now.
Go vote, man bun. Anyway,
So
so that's
I'll
what,
do it later.
so yeah. At the end of the week, Sunny finally, at Man Bun's
bartender.
pushing at Man Bun's.
Hot
What do you want to
bartender.
call it? His whatever. Sunny
what?
gave in,
Yes.
and they started,
Perfectly
doing
in
it on the
perfect
desk.
view of the blinking red light.
Of course,
and
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what to think.
I don't know either.
I don't know what to think. I
Poor
wasn't
Sunny.
feeling it. I feel bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Sunny
We'll see.
thinks someone cute likes him.
He
And he
does. I know,
does
he
kind
does.
of, but he's a liar and he's an opportunist. So
Speaking of
so we'll see what happens.
opportunists,
Well, but I feel like if we knew more about Leo's past, which we haven't gotten yet.
No.
yeah. Besides the fact that
Besides
he
that, he just showed up in Salem.
He just showed
And then he's
up
trying to pay off
Yeah.
his student loans. And then he
Right.
was an artist
Yeah.
or a writer?
He's an artist. I love that
Artist.
little tidbit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I need to know more. I need more.
We'll see.
More.
Ron, is there more coming
More.
down the pike? Speaking of down the pike, we'll go down to Mexico. So the week opened up with Chloe.
Okay, first of all, the first thing that I want to point out is
My Chloe
I
impersonation.
know, it's
there.
like,
so he comes in and he's like sing, and so
It was very
she
Phantom.
sings.
Sing for me.
Yeah, and then when he was like dance, I love Chloe's faces because she's literally thinking like, oh my god, this dude is like what am I? But I love how they played the music and she just went dun dun,
Yeah.
and I was
I'm
like,
glad they didn't show it because that would have
Smart.
made me really uncomfortable.
well, I wonder
that?
if Nadia was just like,
Yeah, that's
do
not
y'all
gonna
really want me to dance?
Yeah.
It's not gonna
like, no.
happen. Well,
It
would-
could
wouldn't-
have been so good.
It could have been like Abigail and Gabby.
oh yeah, last year.
Part 2.
Part
Remember?
two.
Remember
Part
when
two.
they did the what's
What
the
was
dance
the-
called?
The belly dance.
The
The belly dance.
dancing,
That's
that's
right.
right.
I still love that part because who was it? I think it was Abigail that was like, "Oh my god, I can't do this."
And then she there, right?
You better get it. You better get it, girl. Yeah.
I love Mateo.
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 He's so he really gives me the scaries.
The chills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gives
Good
me
villain.
the scaries.
So
Yeah.
So the deal that Xander made was that he was there to sell Mateo diamonds.
Diamonds, I guess.
And he gave
yeah,
them at a
he
discount
works
to
with
get.
Mateo.
Suddenly he's like softens on Teresa.
I like the barter before that though.
Yeah.
Teresa, if you do this, then
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that. Because
what
I
I-
didn't know if he was really gonna go in on it with her. I didn't expect them to get caught like that.
But what I didn't like was that he ratted her out like right in the beginning, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Xander, and then he's like, but
But
he
she's
has-
holding the key. She was holding the keys, right?
Well-
So-
well-
The key, right?
First it was,
He had the
but
flash.
he's holding the flash drive, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Here you go, mate." And then it's
like,
like, "But you're holding the keys," and it's like, I'm like,
and she's like, oh.
You can
like,
see
y'all
the
are just-
wheels because
yeah.
Teresa's really good at like, okay, I could do this, or okay, I could do
it's
that.
like both of y'all are just, well, and for 2 seconds I thought to myself, well, what if Xander had another flash drive and that's like not his flash
Yeah.
drive, and he switched them out and he still
That's-
actually
I thought
have
that
the
too,
flash.
actually.
But then it looks like it was the actual flash drive because he was just, here you go, mate, and just like gave it back to him.
Yeah.
But I do like how that was such a cliffhanger for me on last Friday to see Xander pop back in because I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And then my next thought was, girl, you still doing diamonds? Like, did we not get enough diamonds with the whole like
Oh, Serena thing? I forgot
whole
about that,
Serena
the
and
elephant.
Oh, we
Oh,
will.
man.
We
Oh, I
will
forgot
never.
about
The
Serena
blood
and the
diamond.
We will
diamonds.
never forget Serena, the blood diamonds,
Yes.
and the elephant. Because we actually
Yes.
well, it's not here right now, but we have a statue of an elephant
I
to
forgot
remind
about
us of that
I
storyline.
forgot about that.
Yeah, can't
Was
forget about that.
That was Daniel's elephant, right?
Eric's.
Eric's.
Oh,
It was Eric.
Eric's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From when
That's
he was in
right.
Africa.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's how Xander got originally. That's how Xander came onto the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Was like he was coming after Serena. I think.
You know,
I think way back when,
diamonds
yeah.
work.
Diamonds are a girl's
Diamonds are his best friend.
Well, they were Teresa's
That was
best friend because
yes.
Mateo got him at a discount and was able to like save her. For side note,
What?
there's a part of me that kind of wishes that Miguel and Mateo actually switched characters. Does that make sense?
You wish Miguel was playing Mateo's role?
Yeah, and Mateo was playing Miguel. I don't know why. When I was watching it, I was just kind of like,
Is Miguel more sinister to you?
He
Or
has that
the actor?
he has that look of someone who would demand something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like the guy who's playing Mateo looks more like the sidekick. So I mean, I can, you know me, just a fan with open arms. But there was a second when I was watching it where I was like, I wonder if they had switched, how that would have been.
Possibility. I love
But besides, Miguel.
the actor who plays Mateo. He's really understated. He's very quiet when he speaks to Teresa. And that little smile. Like I said, it gives
very
me the
villainous.
scaries. Yeah.
Or
It's
like
not just like full on.
like how Chloe was like, what would make me happy is to talk to Parker.
He's so
and
mean.
then he walks up and
He's
like,
so mean.
no,
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Just kidding.
Not until I trust you more. And then Chloe's like, well, we got champagne here. We can like talk.
So is that
He's
not
like,
obvious? You wanted nothing to do with me 5 seconds ago,
Right.
and now you want to liquor me up.
But then it's like, I have an empire to run. I'm like, well, all right, Mateo.
Adios.
Go. Dios mío.
So while all of this was going on in Mexico, there was the Eve and Brady thing going on in the hospital.
I want to mention
Victor
something about
coming in.
Xander.
Yeah.
Like the way he appeared in Salem, like just like standing in the middle of the just like, hey, and Victor, like no question about where he came from, no like grand entrance. It's just like he and Teresa somehow like snuck into the house, and then he's like I forgot what he said. I forgot the line, but Victor was looking at the thing that Tate made, welcome home
welcome
for
home
Brady.
sign, yeah.
And then all of a sudden you hear Xander's voice and he's there, and Victor's just like, okay, you're here.
I was expecting it
And
to
it
be
was
more
just like
dramatic.
exactly, it was
Yeah.
just so quick. And I was like, oh, there's no like build up or or anything to it. I thought there maybe should have been.
Because you know what I think it is? I feel like Victor knew. There's always
Because I mean, he
something
wasn't
that-
surprised. Yeah.
Right. There's always
But how?
something that
Because I
makes
thought
me,
about that, but how?
Victor
Well-
has people everywhere watching everybody, I guess. I guess
but-
that needs to be assumed that he just knows what's going on.
But he's also connected to Teresa.
What's happening with her?
Yeah,
following her.
like it's almost like he's kept up with what's happening. So I almost feel like that's why he mentioned to Brady, almost as if he knew
Right.
that Xander was there.
She was gonna be coming
Xander
back.
got her. She's gonna be coming back to Salem, bruh.
Yeah.
Brady,
Put
you
the
need to
brakes
wait.
on. Put the
Yeah.
brakes on.
Now wait, now this poses an interesting question to fans and to you guys.
Excuse me.
Maybe we did this already,
What's the
but we'll
question?
do it again. Brady and Teresa or Brady and
Oh,
Eve?
was
Yeah.
this last week? Yeah, Breve.
Bree?
Fan Breve.
Is that the
Brady.
Brady and Eve.
Yeah.
Or then Thrady.
Thrady.
Brady.
That's
Thrady.
right.
Brady.
Yeah, we did have this discussion, and I'm gonna hold to Breve. Breve.
Breve.
No, Breve.
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 I don't like Breve. Breve. I will hold to Breve.
That's what it is. I don't know.
I was never a Teresa and Brady fan to begin with.
I just didn't like the way they started, I guess. And you know, for me,
Because they
what-
started with the drug.
Well, and the other
It-
thing is,
don't
first
know.
impressions like I go by first impressions, like in real life and on days. And my first impression of Teresa was like my first impression of Sammy way back when I started. I did not like her, and that impression of her just kept on. Like even when Teresa like stopped being a bad girl and was very genuine, and I was just like, but we know what you're capable of, so I'm gonna keep an eye on you. I never really started quote liking the character. But I like Jen Lilly. I think she plays the character very well. And if she didn't, like, it wouldn't resonate with me like that. I would be like, oh, whatever. But So yeah, I wasn't really a fan of Teresa and Brady either, just because Teresa did not have good intentions going in. But again, Brady didn't have good intentions going into his relationship with Eve. But for some reason, those two are resonating with me more. Maybe because I don't know. You see good in Eve. You know, there's a good part of her. But again, there's a good part of Teresa too. So, but I don't know.
Maybe you said it, or someone said Eve has the maturity factor.
Maybe, yeah.
Was it you who said that?
Mm-hmm.
That makes
Maybe
sense.
that's it, because it's really hard for me to pinpoint what it is.
Eve is a combination of the women that Brady used to date. She has the powerfulness of Kristen without the evilness of Kristen.
Mm-hmm.
And she has the, because they're sisters, she has the maybe charm of Teresa. So you kind of combine the good qualities of Kristen and Teresa into Eve, and you have.
And I just like their banter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Eve and Brady.
And just how
they can keep up with each other.
I think maybe that's it. Maybe there's more of an equal.
Yeah.
They're more
what
on
are the
equal
fans
terms.
saying?
Let's find out. Maybe. There we go.
Let's see. Simone says, "I love Teresa and Brady when she was sassy and not weepy." Let's see. Oh no, Teresa. Scott says, "Oh no, Teresa was no Sammy. She came off too needy. She got better, but she should have kept some of her edge." Okay. Susan, I like Brady with Eve. Yeah. And then someone says that was well explained. Thank you, Miss Bubbles.
Was that to us or something in the chat room?
I'm sure it was to me. Marlon says Eve is more of a match for Brady.
I think it was the flip. I think it was the Teresa going from diabolical, crazy, edgy to
nice girl.
Nice girl. Maybe that's why I never bought it.
Mm-hmm.
There was no middle.
Yeah, okay.
Eve's just more well-rounded, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because she's not going to stand down. She's not
Eve?
little
No.
Teresa. Well, neither one of them, actually,
true,
right?
True.
What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Brady's going to... Because once he finds out that Teresa didn't leave on her own accord, then...
That she didn't leave on her... Oh, when she originally left Salem. Now that she's back and he finds out the real story, is he going to... Well, of course, I think,
Conflicted.
that's going to be this... Like, we've been watching long enough. We know that that's probably going to be the... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a song? I've got two lovers. No? Wow.
I gotta
Before
Shazam
your
that.
time, you guys.
I gotta
Okay.
Shazam that.
You gotta Shazam that.
But we'll see how
We'll
it
have
goes.
to see.
I know.
It'll be interesting to watch.
The look. First of all, yes. Yes.
Oh,
Teresa.
someone mentioned... After you, sorry.
Did you see that face?
Yep, I did.
Yes, Teresa, for that jumpsuit.
That was... Yeah, she looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Brady was like stunned. I love how he like walked in the house and walked by and then was like,
Wait, what?
like, is that you? Just come bobbing into the house from the hospital like nothing was wrong.
And there's weepy Teresa.
What do we think about Eve? Someone mentioned it in the chat room, and I just remembered it, about Eve and JJ's conversation, how they're like good with each other now.
Oh yeah, because that started.
'Cause they had
That started
me
out.
and Mrs.
Oh,
Jones.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
They
remember
used
that.
to-
Yeah.
Oh, when Jennifer had caught them.
I know.
That was
Ooh,
great.
That was
That was
great.
another example.
Goodness.
That was another example of when Melissa Reeves like really
Yes.
brings it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember
Mama
watching
Bear.
that like over and over and over, and she,
Yeah.
Oh God, good. But no, what do we think? Like, do we think it's creepy? Do we think it's like, oh, they're
Well, JJ's more mature.
Mm-hmm.
She's not in her feelings like she used to be.
Right.
I think I think it was a moment.
For me, it was kind of like, they're good with each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The past stuff didn't even come into
Right.
my brain.
Yeah.
I really liked their interaction.
Yeah, me too.
Really did.
Good.
And then there was Eve and Xander in the park.
Right at the very
just
end.
before
Yeah.
Brady finds.
Mm-hmm. Did they have? I don't remember. Did they have
What
anything
was their
together?
Connection?
Did they have
Who?
one?
When Eve said, "What
Eve
what
and
was their
Xander.
history?"
Do they?
Eve and
I know. Do they
Xander.
have a history that I'm forgetting? I feel like the way they presented it, they were like reuniting. You know what I mean?
I almost felt it was like
Maybe not romantic, but
no, they she was familiar. Maybe they're familiar with each other, and it's like an offspring
Yeah.
thing because she was married to Deimos.
Right.
Oh, that must be it.
Yeah.
That's the connection. Because
Yeah.
when she saw him,
Mm-hmm.
it was that moment of,
Yeah.
I thought it was just
it's
like,
like,
where you from? Where you coming from?
Take your time.
What are you doing back here?
Yeah, it was that. Yeah.
I feel bad for Eve. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it rolling out.
I
I'm
know.
looking forward to
It's
the
gonna
new
be
chapter.
good because
It's gonna be
everybody,
really good.
you know, it's a solid group in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
storyline.
Yeah.
So
That'll be good.
yeah.
All
Stay
right.
tuned.
Next chapter,
Next chapter, Kate
Ooh.
again.
Kate again.
Kate's one of those characters.
She
She's
was
just always wrapped up in all the
Literally
BS.
in like 3 different
Yeah.
storylines this week.
Yeah. Which is good because we love Lauren Koslow.
I know.
So
Yeah. Well, this whole like storyline, like we said earlier, is winding down.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Wait, first and foremost, while this thought is in my head, I appreciate that Abigail is kind of trying to right her wrongs for
Mm-hmm.
her alters.
Do I
Right.
hear a butt?
Yeah. When she went to apologize to Gabby, there was a moment where I wanted to go, Gabby, girl, understand she was not in her right mind.
yeah,
Like, stop
Gabby's.
being so
I
angry.
understand. Okay, I understand Gabby's anger because of what she's been through, but at some point, like her like harsh, like non like what do I want to say? She wasn't budging.
Right.
And it's like at some point you got to realize she was sick. She's mentally ill.
It's not like,
But- and
was it your altar?
So
And-
I
It's
do
just
I
your
do understand.
altar.
Like the character couldn't just be like all like right away all is forgiven, blah blah blah. But the harshness of it is a little off putting.
It's just that every single time Gabby's life is turned upside down, it's Abigail's fault.
Okay.
You know, when Gabby and Chad were together, and then all of a sudden Abigail shows up, and she's so sorry. She's so sorry. And okay, fine. Gabby's like, okay, I will give up the man that I love. Okay, I won't fight for this, because she never fought.
In my opinion, they shouldn't have been together in the first place, though.
I like them together.
Chad and Abigail?
And so, yeah. No, Chad,
Chad
and
and
Gabby.
Gabby,
Chad
that's
and
what I
Gabby. Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, I like them. And then this is another thing. She almost dies. She loses. She goes to jail. She almost loses her child. I mean, and it's Abigail going, I'm sorry. And I get it. I get she's mentally ill. I get it. But I also get Gabby saying, I'm sick of her being sorry.
But
I'm
it's
sick
not
of-"
her fault.
It's justified.
I know it's not her fault.
It's,
But
it's
it,
the
but,
altar.
but to
from
expect
Gabby's
Gabby-
perspective, she was just beaten. Like I said, I understand it, but the harshness of it is off-putting because we know
She will come
we
full
saw what
circle.
Gabby went
it's just,
through.
Like you said, she just needs some time. She needs some time. And I did
I think
like
they need to have her come around, or Gabby's not going to be a likable character.
she will come around because I think her energy is going to go to Stefan, and she said as much. When
Oh, well,
I'm
yeah,
outta
she's
here,
gonna- yeah.
You know,
Abigail and
Abby's
Stefan.
not the only one to blame
First of all,
here. When I'm out of here,
Gabby, when you get out of there, you need to sit in your house, lock your door, and just play with Ari. Like, you don't need to go after nobody. You don't need to do nobody's revenge.
think
Order some
You don't need
Postmates.
to do
Don't leave the
anything.
house.
Right.
she's not going to get addicted to meds, is she?
No.
Who, Gabby?
Yeah, because she's in the
Why
bed.
do you think that?
Well, she started to feel the pain, and
Oh, you thought that was a little
Nah.
Chad
foreshadowing?
was like, "Are you okay?" And yeah, my meds are wearing off.
I think
thought-
that was, maybe that's just a stretch. They
I
already
hope
did
so.
the next thing.
I had that moment. I'm like, oh
But-
my
but- Maybe.
god.
I really wish there was just a little bit more compassion for the fact that, like, Abigail
Right.
is just coming to terms with
know.
all the stuff that's happening.
I don't think she can see it though.
Well, she needs to, because she had no problem blurting out. And then you had sex with Stephanie.
Yeah,
I
she did kind
know.
of drop a lot of. She pulled a Chloe and spilled
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
tea.
I
And
know.
it was like-
I know that was harsh. I
But
know.
I'm also glad that Abigail now
Handled
knows.
it.
Oh,
Abigail
she
had
knows.
no
That's
problem
the
with it.
thing.
She went and she
She's like,
she slapped Stefan like twice, didn't she?
she's like, well, no, the second time he went, that classic.
Oh. Oh well, Chad. I know Chad beat him up again a little bit.
He kind of roughed him
Well,
up
I'm
a little bit.
tired
He
of
socked
peop-
him though.
I'm tired of people protecting Abigail.
Okay.
I'm tired of it because she needs to stand on her own, and she gets that.
That's what she's doing.
And that's what she's doing.
She's trying to.
She's standing on. She is. Remembering some of the things that happened when
I'm so glad she's
when it was in her
Mm-hmm.
altar, and she's apologizing for it. But you also have to realize, like, yes, this is the Abigail is mentally ill, and she's trying to say, like, I'm sorry, it was beyond my control, but I'm sorry for what happened.
There was also a moment where Chad acknowledge that it's going to be difficult to get over. Like
That
he had
surprised me.
there was a little bit of vulnerability on his side that we saw, that he's not,
because he said,
just,
I can't get over it.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to get over the fact that
and we
they
haven't
slept
really
together.
seen that with him
No.
until she was
Again,
with
it's
Gabby.
that whole protecting Abigail. And I personally have been wanting scenes with Abigail and Marlena. I've wanted to see her work it out a little bit.
Yeah. Because now, well, maybe we'll get to that.
I hope
eventually.
so, because she's not going to be able to
Because now she's just kind
figure
of
this
dealing with
all
it on
out
his
and
own.
deal with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did it?
Well,
end it. How did it? Remind me of how it ended.
You have there's all these confrontations. You
Right.
had Kate confronting Stefan, and then you had
I
Stefan
like
confronting
their-
Chad,
I like their
and then you had
confrontation, Kate and
Abigail
Stefan.
confronting Stefan, and then rah rah rah. So
They just all seem like, I just don't like how they all seem like powerless. They all just kind of relinquish any kind of fight they would have against Stefan.
But I think there's so much going on,
is.
with each of those characters. With Stefan, he's dealing with, the loss of Gabby with a Y. He's now dealing with the death of his mother, and he's on this revenge kick. Kate is dealing with, almost dying in the tunnel.
and she's still dealing with losing Andre and the
losing
betrayal.
Andre, the betrayal of that. And then you have Chad, who's dealing with all the stuff with Abigail. So each of these characters are going through their own thing, to where it's like they're putting up a fight, but they're putting up a fight for different reasons other than wanting to be powerful in the Merit Enterprises. It's kind of like I have something else to deal with.
Well, and there was also the Kate going back to Kate at the police station, where the forensics is like, there's no gunpowder residue on Vivian's hands, which means she wasn't holding the gun and she wasn't shot at point blank range. So is going by that, do we think like Kate managed to get the gun, walk away, go back and pop Vivian?
I think in the struggle, maybe Kate did have control of the gun and it went off.
Yeah, and it was still
The
kind of
woman pulls a gun on you.
Yeah.
With the intention to kill you.
But let's not forget that while Vivian's body, before it got cold, she got the injection.
Oh, well, I know. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like this was a
Beforehand.
conversation we had last week. Like, how are we supposed to believe that anyone that's dead is actually dead now? Because they have such an easy way to bring people back now.
Yeah.
How are we how is there supposed to be any kind of mourning or anything? Like,
Well,
or
as a fan, it
death's-
constantly makes you
Are
question.
deaths just going to
what
be like, oh,
direction.
that person's dead, but whatever, they can bring him back.
Yeah,
at
what
any
direction
time.
is this gonna go?
There's not going to be
Anything's
any,
possible.
any kind of like,
Because obviously Dr. Rolf isn't dead, because he's now the one going around.
Who's next?
Who next?
Who's next?
And who knows?
Take a number.
What if this, what if this was some type of plan?
Yeah. And see, that's what we can never, like, you can't take anything for face value right now, I don't think.
And maybe they needed to
At least
wait.
with that situation.
They-
With the Vivian situation.
So do you think Kate can be charged for murder if it's
They don't seem to be interested in charging her for anything. That's the weird part. They're questioning her, but they haven't charged her with anything. Even Lucas had a moment where he said, like,
her prints are on the gun? Kate, did they say whether her prints are
I
on
think
the gun?
so.
I feel like.
So if her prints are on the gun and Vivian's dead,
I mean, that's, you would think. Like, yeah.
I feel like
And
you're-
Stefan heard the struggle. And
You're slightly thinking like Salem PD.
it's the
And I don't
evidence.
know if that's a good thing or a
That-
bad thing.
I'm just following the evidence.
Yeah.
Personally,
they just don't seem very,
Vivian
they don't,
deserved it.
I mean-
If Kate shot her, it was in self-defense, and that's the way it should end. But if you're going to follow the evidence,
Well, what we heard from Hope was that the evidence suggests that that Kate basically took the gun and shot her.
because there's nobody there.
Yeah, and
There's nobody there.
there's got to be cameras in there, though. Like, you're going to tell me that there's
the
no
ha- in
security
the-
cameras in the DeMere mansion? Please.
Right. That's what I was
But there
thinking,
won't be
too.
for this storyline.
No.
There will be for another storyline later. Okay. Got it. Okay. So
that was all the Well, no. And then, okay, what did you think of Stefan and Chad's confrontation? Because Twitter kind of blew up with Chad's just walking away from all this. It's going back to your point of you're just going to go. But then that's going back to your point of he's dealing with his own stuff. He's just trying to...
Well, what else is he going to do to Stefan? Like, he's already beat the crap out of him. Like, what else do you want to do?
Well, that's up for the writers to figure out. What could he have done? I don't know.
I am getting a little tired of the like. Okay, enough with the beat downs.
Yeah.
Like he did the big beat down. He did like one punch to the face was like all that needed, but then he had to go get the knife and
Letter opener.
The letter opener, excuse me.
Yeah,
and
but
like
the
pulled
things
it
that Stefan was saying to him.
I understand.
Well, he was
my
being egged on,
God.
yeah, but
He was getting
like,
egged on, right?
Oh,
He didn't have to take the bait though. He could have, I understand why he did.
I mean, you can look
but
at Stefan's face and feel like,
as a viewer,
okay, I
I'm
don't
just
want to
getting
do
sick of
anything
all the
else
beat
to him.
downs.
I don't know. I think it's a very primal, normal reaction to respond the way Chad did with the letter opener.
Okay.
The way Stefan was baiting him intentionally like that, I think it's
I
very
slept with your
normal.
wife. I think he actually
And
said
she
that.
liked
once.
it. I mean, he was ugly.
I much rather saw or had seen Abigail and Stefan's confrontation, because I like that she came in and confronted him, that she was getting the questions that she needed answered. I was glad that, because remember when Gabby with a Y and Stefan first had sex or made love, Twitter was a buzzing and it was all this and that and da 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 da, and it was like, let this play out, let it play out, and here we go. Abigail's like, you raped me.
Yep.
So it's kind
Can't
of like,
sugarcoat it.
so it's like
I do feel like there
give
needs to
people
be a
chance.
punishment for that. But was he granted immunity for that too?
And I didn't understand when she says, I'm going to the police and you're going to jail for raping me. And then Stefan said, well, if I go to jail.
Chad's going to.
Because he beat Stefan up? What
Or maybe
does
there's
Stefan
something we don't
have?
know yet.
What does Stefan have over Chad that Chad would go to jail?
I don't know. Maybe there's something we don't know. Maybe he has something,
Okay, I wasn't sure if
I
missed
thought
that.
it was
wasn't
the
sure
beating
yet.
up.
Like I got the feeling that there was something. Maybe it is something that would be kind of lame though, like the assault. But I can only think that there's something Chad did that we don't know that
Maybe.
Stefan knows.
Because that surprised me. I'm like, what?
Well, why he going to jail?
And then that goes back to your point of, well, he needs to pay for something. Is he
Yeah.
just going to go scot-free?
Yeah, there needs to be a punishment, just because what he did was so freaking vile.
Yeah.
And the viewers aren't gonna like it if he's not punished. Like, there needs to be a punishment.
And I do have to say, when Abby said, look, you need to answer my questions, but don't get all gothic on me. Just tell me the facts.
Yeah.
Right.
And I laughed out loud because that was a funny moment.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
happens.
Well, all that is fine and dandy, but
There are some bright spots.
if you want to have fun and learn and grow in all areas of your life, for those who do, we have a podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menounos Podcast Edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder, Maria Menounos, and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life, from health and wellness to career and relationships, finances, and more. And trust me, we could all use a little help
I'm telling
in
you.
all of those areas. So let Maria be the big sister that you never had. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Free. That means you don't have to put no money down. You don't have to do like the pay Google or use your credit card or EBT or whatever it is that you use for cash. You can get it for absolutely free. Be sure to rate and comment when you do, and let Maria know that, hello, the boys and girls of Dishin Days.
Yeah, the gals.
The gals of
The
Dishin
gals.
Days
Just make it
brought
easy.
you to Conversations with Maria
Yes.
Menounos. So Conversations with Maria Menounos, Podcast Edition, check it out.
Woohoo! Well done.
You had scrolled that up. I
Sorry,
wasn't
my
done
bad.
yet.
oh
My
my
bad.
gosh.
Okay.
Let's check out some tidbits.
Yeah.
Tidbits.
Tidbits.
Hope and Rafe.
Breeze
Hope and
through
Rafe back
this.
on.
Hope and Rafe are back on.
Hope and Rafe. Annulment annulled. The annulment has been annulled. She literally threw the papers in the trash.
Are you
Well,
saying there is a chance?
Well, I think she had a change of heart with, just kind of thinking about it, which is what we all were trying to get her to do.
Time.
Like, just think about what you're doing and not try to end
This
it
was
so
realistic.
quickly.
She had some time. She thought about it. She got the 30-day
needed time.
notice.
Yeah, she just
from,
needed time.
The 30-day notice, I guess, about, either do it or not.
And she needed
So,
to be around people who have been through hell and high water. John and Marlena.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad.
Oh, the moment where Claire in the square brought up the wedding in front of Hope and said, "Oh, I guess I shouldn't have brought that up." No, you shouldn't have. But whatever. It's what you do.
Right.
You
But-
cause problems.
Like Tony said, I think that was a turning point.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I need to back it up a bit.
Because then she remembered how she felt and how it was just her and him and how nothing else mattered. So, and again, he did it while you guys were broken up. It doesn't like necessarily excuse, but technically you weren't together and weren't planning on getting back together. And he was going through his mess. She was going through his mess. And
we'll just see what happens when Sam.
We'll see
we
what
know
happens.
that we know that Sammy's coming back, so we'll see what
Something's
happens.
Something's got to come and tear him apart.
We'll see if that
again. Sierra, Trip, Claire.
Okay.
Claire's leaving town for a while, and they were all like, when she said like she was leaving town, and they were all kind of like, for good, for the summer.
Well,
and she's
Trip
she's
especially.
Like,
How
she's
long
like,
are you
no,
gonna
for
be
a couple of weeks. Like, and I was like, oh,
I
no
can
one
see
wants
the
you
wheels
there.
in his head turning. Like, I got some plans. How long are you gonna be gone?
Right.
You know, part of me was like, oh, no one wants her there. But then the other part of me is like, you know what, you're a troublemaker, so.
Do you like the fact that Sierra talked to Eve and convinced Eve not to broadcast that Claire did what she did? And now...
Yeah.
It made me like Sierra more.
Well, because there needs to be water under the bridge.
But do
Somebody
you think Claire
has to be
is
a bigger
gonna
person.
just take advantage of that at some point? And...
No, she's not gonna take advantage of it. I think she side eyes it like, oh, why are you gonna do that? It's just so you can look like the
Right.
person. You know what I mean? Like I think it's that. But I think Sierra's trying to follow Maggie's advice and go, I'm gonna be the bigger person.
Your
and I'm gonna
family.
clear this up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Boom.
I like it. I like it though. And then okay.
They were playing video games.
It was loud. The zombie
Yeah,
that
right?
zombie video game was loud.
I was like, you need to
bring it down a notch. Bring it down.
simmer down. And then Bionic Eyes.
Visionary Bionics.
Visionary Bionics.
And so John brings that up, and the first thing that popped into my head was
because-
a $6 million man.
because
and
Steve
then
wants to-
Steve actually said, "I'm going to be the $6 million
Yeah.
man." Like, thank you for referencing that.
Because Steve wants to quit Black Patch and asks Roman to take
Yeah.
over. And John's like, no, you're not doing that. John has been doing his research behind the scenes and has found.
But Patch is literally like, dude, I can't see.
He's like, I can't see anything.
Like, I
What the
can't
hell?
do anything. What am I gonna do?
He's like, for now. You can't see anything for now. Was
I
John's
hope
line.
this is a way to like kind of reverse this and like.
But that doesn't
bring the
mean he's
Patch
going to
back.
have two good eyes.
I don't know.
Is it?
I mean, you just kind of need one.
Just bring back his vision.
Just bring back something.
Well, now what's the snag with the Visionary Bionics?
It's owned
Who
by
is it owned by?
Demira.
Demira Enterprises. They own everything
I didn't
Nothing's
understand why
easy.
that was such a snag.
because they probably, I don't know.
Well,
I guess I'm
Steve
sorry.
clearly
I'm
doesn't want
assuming
anything
it's a
to do.
snag. I'm assuming it's a snag. Anything that's owned by Demira, that's revealed to be owned by Demira, there's
Yeah.
always
Steve clearly can't stand
some kind
the
of hump
Demira.
to get over to
Yeah.
get it.
Don't care.
Right?
Tony
I mean,
doesn't
that's
care.
my assumption.
I love the whole John and Marlena wedding planning
Can we
stuff.
please
That
have this
was
be their
very
last wedding? Can we
sweet.
please have them married, stay married, and no more storylines surrounding like a breakup of their relationship or anything? Because
think-
it's been like
yeah.
20 years. We need to have them. Oh.
People
We
know
need
the
to-
phone number.
We need to get them married, have them stay married, and any storylines they have need to be keep them married. Don't
Yeah. And I
send
think
John
I
off to the
said-
ISA. Don't have Marlena get kidnapped anymore.
I think I said
Like,
during the week that when she says to John, why should we get married? I mean, it's all good. And John says, we need to get married before the next disaster
next-
happens.
Okay.
The line I liked was Steve's, where they were like, "Oh, we're making it official." He's like, "You're making it official again?" It's like, yeah, it's like their
Summer
third
wedding.
wedding.
We got a summer wedding.
third, fourth wedding.
With
Yeah.
Steve and Kayla as the best man and best woman.
That's cute. Yeah.
I mean, maid of honor. All right.
That was it.
Salem's
that
royal
was, that
wedding.
was basically the
Right.
the
And that was
week,
the
right?
the week. Wow.
Let's
Yeah.
get into
was a
our
lot.
segments, starting with Tony's.
With my
Tony's.
segment, I'm the first one to do this. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, so I'm just gonna do this really quick, and I'm gonna give it to Teresa for her bye bitch letter that she gave to Chloe. That was basically like, boo, I came to your room, you wasn't here,
That
I gotta
was
go.
so
Bye."
horrible.
Even though the letter said, Chloe, I'm so sorry, your friend Teresa. I saw it as Chloe, bye bitch, Teresa. So Teresa, you get Tony's
Oh, my
official
God.
3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right.
That was hysterical.
And now.
And now it's time for Designer Days.
Oh.
Designer Days? Yeah.
There we go.
We'll do Designer Days. again, obvious would have been going to the red jumpsuit on Teresa. And, a lot of people were saying Eve looked amazing, and she did. But, we so rarely get to see Kayla in civilian clothes.
Like out of scrubs.
Yeah, out of scrubs. And she looks...
the town.
She looked out of town and just
Out
kicking
of the town.
it.
Out on the town.
Out on the
Getting
town.
turned.
She looks amazing in this dress. I was actually able to find this dress online, Nordstrom's dress. It's an Eliza J outfit. Let me describe a little bit. Jewel neck, 3/4 bell sleeves, lined, 100% polyester, so it's not very breathable. However, it's adorable. Kayla looks amazing, and I loved it. Let me know what you guys think, fans. I loved it.
I think it looks great.
Very simple,
and
but
white
elegant.
is tough.
Yeah.
White's hard to make look good on camera, and with her coloring, her hair, and everything.
Yeah.
Kayla, Mary
thought she
Beth,
looked great.
you rocked it.
Mabu.
So,
Yeah.
Love Mabu.
Mabu. You get Designer Days award.
I think I hurt my neck. Okay.
Yeah. That was a whip.
Okay.
And now
it's time for... All right. This week's caption that came in a little bit late, but I really liked it. So
Mike has one job. One. And we always get, oh my God, y'all, I forgot. And I just sit on the other edge of the computer like,
I forgot 1 week.
this has been
1
twice.
week.
Hasn't this been twice?
I don't count.
I do. I'm petty. Just call me Petty LaBelle.
I like how that didn't need to be brought up at all because nobody out there knows it. But
Well, that's just like the time we brought up when Tami was like, what's the username?
We don't need to bring up those things.
I like
True.
to bring up those things.
Okay. Anyway,
Shady Sundays.
This week I had one picked, but this one I don't know.
a
This
rat.
one tickled me, so I had to pick it. It's from EKS 511, which 511 is my birthday. Just realized that, so maybe that's why I was drawn to this one. But anyway, it's Leo talking to Sunny and saying, "Why is there a pin on your shirt that said I made money banging my boss? Ask me how."
Oh my God.
You guys come up with some great captions.
Holy mackerel.
It came out I put the deadline as 2 p.m., but
Okay.
it showed up like after 2, and even
That surprised me.
EKS, whoever that is like, "Oh, I'm too late." But I was like, "That's funny." That got my cap. That got
Congratulations.
my yeah. Congratulations, EKS, whatever your real name is.
Caption that.
And next we'll do fan of the week.
Okay,
I think
fan
we'll
of the
do
week. Who's our fan of the week?
Who's our fan of the week?
There it is.
Dishin Days Fan of the Week. Woo!
So this week there's actually two.
Okay.
Two that tied because it was the original tweet and then there was a response to the tweet. So going to Jan at Shy1269, Jan says, Andre would have fought for #Demansion.
D-Mansion.
I hope Chad has a plan to take a stand. Will the real DeMeros please stand up? They never walk away that easy. #bring Teo back. And then there was a response by Sherry at Burden. Grown men playing children's games. Chad falling for Stefan's taunting. It's time for Tony to return, put these boys in their place, and to take over the #Demansion. So, ladies, thank you for that. Thank you for airing what everyone's thinking. Like, take a stand, be a Demira.
Be Demiras.
And
Thank
that
you.
was
Dishin Days Fan of the Week. Woohoo!
alrighty.
Alrighty, some news and gossip, sir?
All right, so
Oh, yeah.
TV News.
All right, so if last week's casting news about Marcy and Kate Manzi wasn't enough, we had more casting news this week, and another, like, out of nowhere. Kyle Lowder, who played Brady way back in the day, like the teenage angsty Brady, is coming back. He revealed on Instagram. He revealed early in the week that he had big news, and then later on it was that he's coming back today. We do not know what role he is in, and
In
we
what
won't
capacity,
know
yeah.
until they reveal it, or if he just started, it'll probably be like September, October before he's on air. And what I noticed this on two Instagram accounts, the covers for the scripts now are blank. They just have the hourglass. They don't have any revealing info, so I don't know what they're doing over there, but whatever they're doing, they want to keep it a secret. Because I noticed it on his, and I noticed it on Christopher Sean's. They did Instagrams, and they showed their scripts, and they're just blank blue pages with an hourglass. So that's something I noticed. I'm like, okay, so something big must be coming up that they don't want people to know.
I love that.
Speaking of Christopher Sean and his extra small t-shirts, if you're in LA on June 6th, he's going to be hosting Legendary Bingo, also known as Drag Queen Bingo, at Hamburger Mary's in West Hollywood at 7 p.m. on June 6th. I think we're going to try to plan and go. So
always
if you're,
a fun time.
If you're in the area and want to play some bingo and see Christopher Sean in person, and it benefits a charity. I forgot to write down which charity, but every Legendary Bingo benefits a charity, so it's for a good cause. And then good news for Days, for the first time in not sure how many years, they took over the number 3 spot over General Hospital.
That's big.
The week ending May 4th after the daytime Emmys, they overtook General Hospital by 13,000 viewers. So clearly something's going right.
Congratulations, Days.
Congratulations.
Writers,
You're number
fans.
3 of 4 now, so just keep it up and keep watching. And then last but not least, Olivia Rose Keegan dropped a new single last week called Just My Type. The song is available for streaming on Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Play. And you can also... Oh, there it is.
Oh, yay.
All right, this is... Okay. Ooh, I like this.
Okay, Olivia, I see you.
Nice. All right, so yes, Spotify, Apple Music, Google. You can also listen to it on the YouTubes. Search. You have to search for don't search for Olivia Rose Keegan. Search for Liv Keegan.
Liv,
Just
okay.
my type, and it'll
L-I-V.
pop up.
Wow, that really surprised me.
Yeah, that was
that
good.
sound. That was good.
Her other song was good. We listened to her last song. I don't remember the title, but we listened to it and it was good. It was a bop. Yeah.
Bebop.
Bebop.
That wraps it up.
That's it, y'all.
That's it, y'all. So where
got 4
can
minutes to spare.
our loving fans find y'all?
They can find me, Michael Mattis. Wait, what's my Twitter handle? No, ML Mattis1 on the Twitter and ML Mattis on the Instagram.
You can find me, Tony Moore, on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com.
And you can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia, Insta and Facebook, Tami Goveia Official. Be sure to follow us again on Twitter at _Dishin Days, Insta and Facebook, Dishin Days.
And don't go anywhere because we have Victoria Carnival coming up right after. If it's not the same link, so go to our socials and click that link.
We've
and
posted
we'll meet you in the chat.
All right,
Yes.
thanks, y'all.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.